Hey, Northern Arizona Realtors. Welcome back to Beyond the Sale, our official NAAR podcast for members who want to elevate their business and maybe laugh a little along the way. I am your host, Michelle Linton, president of the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors, and I am so excited to bring you part two of our Chat GPT series. With me today is the one and only Dusty Broughton, past NAAR president, our professional development co-chair, and the realtor who's been teaching our members how to actually use AI without losing their minds or their voice. Dusty's been leading AI classes for agents, and today we're digging into how to plan an entire week of social media content using ChatGPT, some simple strategy, and some humor when your phone eats your reel for the third time. Welcome back for part two of our Chat GPT series.
Happy to be here, President Linton.
Thank you for being here. It means the world to myself and our members. You've been teaching AI to forever, I want to say.
Well, first came out in 2017 with Google, so it's been a while.
It's been a second.
Yeah.
So where do you even begin this process to set up a marketing campaign using AI?
I always start with a structure or a plan. So you have to pick your days, your weeks, and then just give it a theme and then just let ChatGPT fill in the blanks for you.
All right, well, let's do that today. We're gonna break down a full week of content. I'll give you the topic, and you tell us how to make it happen using ChatGPT. Okay.
Okay.
Monday, educational. 3 things that affect home value.
So that's great for a carousel, but you can just ask ChatGPT, list 3 local factors that impact home values, and then make it visual because people learn and notice things much more when you have visual. And since ChatGPT does visual and people don't know that, it's something cool to try.
Tuesday, educational. How to prep your home for showings.
So that's a good one to do little reels, and it's good to, just tell ChatGPT to give you prep tips in like 100 words, and then you can break it down to something that's more detailed to a certain area.
Mm.
Like if it's Ponderosa Trails or it's just Flagstaff or if it's on top of the mountain or near Snowbowl, things like that. So you can just kind of break it down that way.
Wednesday, engagement. Would you rather condo or country?
Okay, so that's always a fun one. So that's the one we really want to drive engagement. So, like I always tell people, try to think about what you're the most comfortable with. Like if you're a dog person, would a dog rather live in the country or would a dog rather live in a condo? So tell ChatGPT what's something funny that I can do a poll or ask this question or put a picture of a dog. Would I rather live at the condo or the country?
And there are a lot of dog lovers out there. There is really good engagement with
I
that
think so. I think so.
Thursday, market update. What sellers need to know.
Okay, so the sellers really need to know a lot and we need to help them drive the data. And so it's important. And one of the AI tools that I use is Claude AI that will do it for you in a spreadsheet. And then also you can use grok.com and it'll really delve deep into the data and it'll even give you the tips, what's happening real time on social media. So you can see what the sellers are talking about. And so that's kind of nice to have that and say, all the people in Flag are really looking for a single level right now. And now you can have a more intelligent conversation with your seller.
That's awesome. And what if who's more chattery, the sellers or the buyers out there in the social sphere?
That would be good to know, right? And it'll tell you, it'll give you the data.
Well, I know what I'm doing after this. Friday, back to engagement. Guess this price.
So that's another one where you can really have fun with it. So you can put a picture of a house and say, how much do you think this house is worth? Or you can say, how much do you think this house sold for 20 years ago? Just make it really engaging. Ask a question and have a poll on there so that people will interact with it and see it's fun. And then they like it that way when it's something different that they can look at.
Saturday, promo. Just listed or under contract.
Well, see, everybody's doing the just listed and under contracts. And so it can get a little boring because so many people are doing that. So I think you need to do things that make it different. Like if you're in a house and there's something cool on the wall, like I have a house right now that has a piece of wood on the wall that's custom to a ship that sank in the New York harbor. And the seller is going to leave it with the house. So that would be something I would do with my just listed. So to make it stand out and make it different from everyone else's.
That is so cool. And I have so many questions. And what is the address to that house? Sunday, personal or a story?
Sunday has to be you and real. So that's a day where you just take a break and a rest from AI and just be you. Like you could be over at Buffalo Park having a picnic lunch and saying, I love coming here to have a picnic, or I just love living in Flagstaff, or just make it you're walking your dog, your cat, whatever it is. Just make it so it's you. So it's just gives that little bit of authenticity and make it real because we can't have chat and bots all the time.
We cannot. Then we'll get zoned out and people won't even listen.
Exactly.
Okay, Dusty. In your AI classes, you talk about using weekly themes. What is the benefit there?
Well, the weekly themes are important. So, like, I use it because, like, week one, you can say it's for home selling tips. And so it's always nice to share those. And there's always sellers that are thinking about listing. And so they want to reach out and see what are the home selling tips. So if you're doing that, that can drive sellers to you and get you leads that way. Or you can do local market insights that says this is what the data is showing right now. And then tips for the buyers, the poor buyers. There's a lot of different changes with paperwork and all kinds of things. And what's the best way for them to get something? And they got to do inspections. So it's good to have tips for them too. And then also doing things behind the scenes, like what we're doing. We could be doing one here saying, what is Michelle and Dusty doing today? Oh, they're doing a podcast. And what's it for? Oh, it's for AI. So it makes it really engaging. And then when you're driving, if you rethink of something, like, hey, that's a hot tip I just heard. Now you know something for your theme for next week. It ties it in and makes it simpler.
Love that. Okay. What I really love though is your 3-2-1 formula. Break that down for us.
Okay, so you want to have a nice balance. So I always say 3 educational posts, 2 engagement posts where you're getting them to engage with you. And then 1 that's your promotional post, like, promoting you or promoting a listing, something like that. Because if you're just only doing all your houses, people are going to stop looking. So if you do 3 educational, that's what people want is education. How many people go to YouTube to get info? Or how many people go to Google and ask a question, right? So, yeah.
What are your bonus tips for hashtags, stories, and tagging?
Okay, so hashtags, um, they're really engaging, and I want to bring up the engagement groups. So the engagement group is really good because, like, if you make a post, I can go to your post, I can like it, I can tag it. And then when I make a post, you go to mine and you like it and tag it. So I was thinking it would be a good idea if all of us NAAR agents would come up with a hashtag and we all start doing this with each other's post. Because then that's going to make the algorithms be like, hey, these NAAR agents really got something going on. We need to follow them. And then it's going to help engage us better, I think.
I love that. You hear that, members? Hashtag NAAR. Let's get into the algorithm and promote what we do. For our community, we do so many things.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm trying one now. It's part algorithm hack and part support group.
Mine is Dusty Sells Real Estate. And every time I put it in, it'll tell me how many times I've posted it, like if it's over 1,000 or whatever. So it's important to do that.
If someone's getting started, what's the one action they should take after this episode?
Just open it up and give it a try. There's so many fun things you can do. You can tell ChatGPT, give me 5 Instagram posts that I can post. And then it makes you look like, hey, she's picking up and she's staying on top of this data. So she's a good realtor. So I think that I want to use her because she's doing it.
Well, you've heard her. Go post something. Use your voice. Let AI make it easier and not less human. That is it for this episode of Beyond the Sale. I am Michelle Linton.
And I'm Dusty Roten. Keep showing up, keep sharing your value, and we'll see you online.